Hey everyone, Tom here, and today I'm going to be showing you 10 great games for anyone who is a fan of the recently released It Takes Two. Couch co-op games continue to reinvent themselves in incredibly unique ways, and there are still some great experiences out there for players finishing up with It Takes Two. From puzzle platformers to action-adventure games, here are some of the best games to play if you're a fan of It Takes Two.
Give me some space, I need to think.
Unravel 2 is a co-op platformer focused on solving puzzles and advancing through obstacles in each stage. It can be played alone, with one player controlling both characters, but it shines when played cooperatively and is a blast from start to finish. It's a real stunner too, with every moment of the long journey through Unravel's environments being full of beauty. It's a short but sweet adventure coming in at just 5 hours, but the formula of solid puzzle platforming is strong throughout, and I highly recommend it. A Way Out shares the same development team as It Takes Two, so expect a similar level of high quality polished gameplay here too. It's a testament to the fact that committing to a two-player experience can lead to incredibly unique gameplay built around multiple players collaborating. A Way Out has fantastic writing and a cast of interesting and nuanced characters, especially the two playable ones, and dialogue options add a welcome level of individuality to a playthrough, even if the story itself is relatively linear. What is also great with A Way Out is that just one person buying the game can allow two people to play through the friend pass system used. Knights and Bikes is a stylistically unique two-player adventure game set on a British island with a strange mystery surrounding it. The hand-drawn visual style is a highlight, but behind it is a mechanically sound game with a light-hearted story at its heart. It's a bit of a bizarre game, featuring some odd characters such as an over-enthusiastic goose and using things such as frisbees and water balloons as weapons. The soundtrack is great too, featuring some fantastic music that really matches the game itself well. Knights and Bikes is an incredibly unique game and has a very unique atmosphere and is definitely worth checking out. Haven explores a couple's relationship as they abandon their old lives and begin new in a brand new environment and world. It very much plays into this idea too, with combat relying on joint actions between the two characters and introducing story arcs that heavily explore the relationship between the two. It's an extremely relaxing game which works brilliantly in combination with the premise, but there's still enough to keep players engaged in both the gameplay and story. Haven is a very special game and is definitely worth adding to your list. After years of 2D platforming, Sackboy finally has a 3D platforming adventure of its own. Sackboy: A Big Adventure seamlessly, if you'll pardon the pun, brings Sackboy into the third dimension with stages jam-packed with collectibles to find and hazards to dodge. The PS5 version has some of the best uses of DualSense on the system right now, with a range of different effects relating to numerous in-game actions and events, and they all feel fantastic. It's a gorgeous game on both platforms and demonstrates how the 3D platformer as a genre is far from dead. Another game developed by Hazelight Studios, developers of It Takes Two. Brothers is one of the older games on this list, but it holds its own as a simply brilliant adventure game. Each brother is controlled independently, and each possesses a unique set of skills and attributes from the other that must be brought together in order to solve the game's numerous puzzles. Unfortunately, only the Nintendo Switch version has a co-op mode, but it is truly fantastic and well worth experiencing, as it really is a perfect fit for what is an already fantastic game. Castle Crashers is a truly classic co-op experience, having originally released all the way back in 2008. It continues to be one of the best beat 'em ups on the market, and being able to play with 3 more players just adds more frantic and chaotic gameplay to what is already a fairly crazy mix. Its addictive and simple gameplay is easy enough to get to grips with, but it has a lot of depth to it that ensures veteran players will happily keep coming back for more. It's also worth mentioning that the remastered version on modern day systems added a lot of quality of life features too. Overcooked 2 is definitely a cooperative game, just a highly competitive one that will test friendships and relationships to their breaking point. The replayability of Overcooked 2 is unprecedented though, with an overwhelming volume of content to dive into, as well as a high score system that encourages players to keep replaying levels to get better and better. Both online and local co-op modes work flawlessly, and Overcooked 2 takes everything great about its predecessor and improves pretty much all of it. Just make sure to take breaks between levels to get that heart rate back down to normal and healthy levels. Biped is an example of a great experience that is just far too short considering how brilliant it really is. The puzzles that are included in the game's very short runtime are fantastic, with the 2 players controlling different robots who have to work together to solve each puzzle. It's a concept we've seen before, but it really works well here. The controls are simple, meaning even inexperienced players will quickly pick things up, and it allows for anyone really to experience Biped's puzzle-focused gameplay. Plus the robots themselves are adorable and their personalities are surprisingly charming.
These next tests require cooperation.
Portal 2's co-op campaign might not live up to the standards of its single player, but it remains one of the best co-op experiences available right now. It is a separate story from the main campaign, and it also introduces new characters and mechanics into the classic Portal environments. The humour is the same though, and for anyone interested in exploring one of the hallmarks of the puzzle adventure game genre, you really can't do much better than Portal 2. So there we have it, 10 great games that I highly recommend checking out if you're a fan of It Takes Two. For more game recommendations, discussions, previews, reviews and more, be sure to subscribe so you never miss a video. Also let me know in the comments which co-op games you're a fan of. Did I miss any?